evening and welcome back to another beautiful Monyay Inspirations, where we have three riveting, inspiring, positive, and empowering news stories brought to you live by none other than goodnewsnetwork.org. For all your positive news stories, go see them, and thank you so much for tuning on in. We have three really amazing stories queued up, ready to go, with our first one being a very amazing and empowering one to show that not all heroes wear capes. Some drive a big rig and look like they are someone you don't want to mess with. So that being said, let's turn it up and get into how this truck driver intervenes in a highway shootout and wins Goodyear Highway Hero Award. Published by Andy Corbley, January 15th, 2025. Let's go! A New York timber truck has been recognized as a highway hero after using his 18-wheeler to help corral a shooter who had injured a police officer. It happened that on Interstate 88 in June 2023. Timothy Van Nostrand was preparing to pass a state trooper who was approaching a car he had just pulled over. Van Nostrand is the owner and operator of his own logging transport company in Northville, New York, and is well acquainted with dangerous work, although the risks he faces don't typically involve gunfire. In quotes, "It happened so fast," Van Nostrand told Fox News Digital. "I wasn't 100% sure what I saw first, but I saw the trooper kind of skip sideways just a little bit." Then Van Nostrand explains he saw the driver draw his gun and start shooting out the back window of his car at the trooper, which started a 12-minute ordeal where bullets were flying. Van Nostrand then pulled his logging truck in front of the shooter's car, cornering him against the side of the road and ensuring the shooter was stopped. Fox didn't specify if he was taken into custody, wounded, or killed by the troopers, and the eventual backup had arrived. Van Nostrand was later honored by the New York State Police and by the Goodyear Tire Company and Highway Hero. The Goodyear Highway Hero Award is one way Goodyear recognizes the importance of the commercial trucking industry, which helps move 72.5% of the U.S. economy's goods, according to American Trucking Association's Joe Burke, Vice President of Goodyear North America Commercial Business, told Fox News Digital. The purpose of the Highway Hero program is to bring more awareness and appreciation to the powerful impact that commercial drivers can have on the roads, individuals' lives, and communities. Van Nostrand was awarded a cash prize and a ride in a Goodyear blimp. He told Fox that it felt like such a long time when you're sitting there listening to gunfire, allowing plenty of time for second guesses, but it turned out it was the right decision. Most of the people I know and work with would do the same thing, he said. We all look out for each other, and 99% of us are looking out for everybody else too. So there you have it, our very first news story of this week's Monyay Inspirations. Truck driver intervenes in highway shootout, wins Goodyear Highway Hero Award, published once again by Andy Corbley. And if you are interested in checking out this story directly for yourself, it will be linked below along with the other two stories we are about to share. We hope you enjoyed that first riveting story all about a truck driver intervening and putting his own life on the line to protect the lives of others. And now it's time to dig into another beautiful story that we have queued up and ready to go for you about the oldest woman in China who reaches 124 with pumpkin lard porridge and a positive outlook, published by Andy Corbley, January 15th, 2025. Let's dive right on into it if you're feeling a little hungry. A Chinese woman recently celebrated her 124th birthday, according to local civic documentation, so you know it's real, crediting her longevity to a love of lard and an optimistic personality. Her big day was celebrated on January 1st in her home of Nanchang City amid a horde of relatives. Whether or not Kui Chaishi really was born in 1901, she can recount her childhood growing up during the Qing dynasty, the last royal dynasty in Chinese history, which began in 1644 and ended in 1911. Her family says she is still witty and articulate despite losing a bit of eyesight after she turned 100. Chai Shi currently enjoys the company of family members 5 generations from herself, living with her 60-year-old granddaughter, Tao Hua. In her youth, she was famed for her sharp accounting skills and physical strength that allowed her to work the plow and stack stones. Even as a dodecagenarian, she can walk up and down stairs, light fires, feed geese, and also cook. Speaking with South China Morning Post, her relatives explain how Chai Shi has always kept a disciplined routine, eating 3 meals a day, walking after each one, and going to sleep at 8 p.m. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Her favorite meal is pumpkin porridge with a spoon of lard on top, though on the doctor's orders, she's apparently cut back on the lard. Rightfully so. By age 40, she had 4 children, but her husband died suddenly, but she was left to raise the kids alone. At 70, her son died of an illness and her daughter remarried, leaving a granddaughter whom Chaishi raised herself. Later, her granddaughter's husband also died, unfortunately, and the two resigned the company of men to live together in a rural house in Nanchang, Sichuan province. My siblings, husband, and son passed away long ago. The king of hell must have forgotten about me, Chaishi joked. After every misfortune, she stays quiet for a while, then bounces back with laughter and positivity, said Tao Hua. The occasion of her 124th birthday was published on the news arm of the massive Chinese conglomerate Tencent, and readers were inspired and moved by Chaishi's story. She has witnessed China's incredible history over a century. What a legendary life journey, said one. China's average life expectancy recently rose over 78 years for the first time in its history, according to the national statistics quoted by SCMP. Nanchang in the subtropical south has the highest number of centenarians in any Chinese province. So there you have it. Oldest woman in China reaches 124 with pumpkin, lard porridge, and a positive outlook. If you want to check out that story for yourself, I will be putting that link in the bio. So go check it out, and on to the next one. We're going to jump into our third and final news story, and this one is going to be really good for people looking to save some money, all right? And now it is time for our third and final empowering news story happening in the world. And this one is going to make a little bit more sense for the dollars in your bank account. And it's all about how 65% of Americans are determined to improve their money habits in 2025, published by Good News Network, January 12, 2025. So let's jump into it. Let's save you some money. According to a recent survey, a wide majority of Americans want to improve their financial habits in this coming year. The survey of 2,000 adults found that 65% are hoping to improve their money habits in 2025. Nearly half, 49%, are planning to hibernate in January to be less active, less social, and to spend less money after the holiday season. Commissioned by global savings platform Raisin, the poll also found found that 1 in 4 respondents, which is about 26%, would like to improve their financial literacy this year. This lack of financial literacy shows up, for instance, in 26% of those surveyed who don't know that interest rate they're earning from their bank or financial institution. When quizzed, most 59% didn't know what APR meant, which it means annual percentage rate, and 78% are confused and were confused by the abbreviation APY, which means annual percentage yield. Respondents in the poll conducted by Talker Research also weighed in the reflections on 2024, with 89% saying they'd not accomplished everything they set out to in 2024. The most common resolutions from last year left undone include not saving enough money, 51%, not being as fit and active as planned, 38%, not traveling enough, 32%, and not spending money thoughtfully enough at 31%. In fact, 44% said they were challenging themselves in January to only spend money on what is absolutely necessary. 29% of respondents said they would pause dating or going out to restaurants, and estimated they would save over $3,000 on average. If you're not consciously budgeting and spending, the dollars quickly add up, said Seaton Duransoy, CEO at Raisin. It is so important to have a solid financial plan in place. That way, you can be intentional and spend on what brings you joy while working towards financial security. Finance can be an intimidating topic, so ask for help if needed from a trusted family member, friend, finance expert, or institution. So there you have it. Our third and final story of this riveting Monyay Inspirations. That last one, a heavy hitter for a lot of people watching right now, I bet. How 65% of Americans are determined to improve their money habits in 2025. Listen, man, you can do it. You just got to shift your mindset when it comes to looking at money, learn a little bit more about it, and even learn how to make your money work for you. That being said, thank you for tuning in to another phenomenal week of Monyay Inspirations. And thank you so much for coming on by to the YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys. As always, Matty Pace signing off, saying one life, one love, I'm out.